crap. If we make an open attack on them, they'll wipe the floor with us. They must be making spank on that big boat that Curly led you to. So we gotta use our heads, or rather one head, your head. I'm asking you to destroy that spank factory as a personal favor to me, Salvatore Leone. If you do this for me, you will be a made man. Anything you want.
Yes, yes, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to my peoples and my guys, look alive, look alive. It's your boy Act Reacher, Judge Galvatron presiding. You all my witnesses and jury. Nah, but this is a Thanksgiving special. Shout out, I just want to salute my brothers in the LDBC and salute to everybody on this Thanksgiving Day. I know everybody's spending it with their families or somebody special. So, salute to everybody that comes in or, is just listening and stuff like that. I want to salute my brother BFTB. He actually gave me an idea, last night because of his topic. I had a, similar topic. I had a similar idea. I guess great minds think alike, but mine was just top 5 fights from past and present, that I felt as though, I was really thankful for, even if I wasn't even born yet. When they happen, that really doesn't matter. All that really matters is that you really took in the fight and you understand the time and the situation that particular fighter was in at the time. And I very much appreciate the opportunity to do that for all y'all. And let me get in this chat before I start with my list. The Boxing King Archive salute, bro, on Turkey Day. Thanks, Act Reaches, for dropping a live. I've been looking all over for the LDBC live videos. Hopefully you can get some more ladies or fellas on the panel. I'll be listening. Salute. The only reason, normally actually Boxing Archives, normally I would have sent out links, but I felt as though maybe my brothers, they were busy or whatever, so I ain't really want to bother them. If one of them come in the chat and want to hop in, they more than welcome. I'll send them a link like that, but right now we just gonna cook. This gonna be a good one though. It's gonna be a good one. Don't go nowhere. And my brother Mark Blake, my OG, how you been, brother? Y'all make sure y'all subscribe and jab that like button or bang the gavel on that like button, whatever you choose to do. So on this Thanksgiving special, one of my top fights of all time, that I'm really grateful for, that took place, even though the footage is, you could see maybe like 1 or 2 blows, like a quick second of the fight. It was Sugar Ray Robinson versus Henry Armstrong. That fight took place August 27th, 1943. The referee was Frank Fulham. The judge was Leo Angelo and Judge Bill Haley. The crowd had 15,371 people. The gate made $60,789,000. That's actually not bad. You know what I mean? And that was in Madison Square Garden. Sugar Ray Robinson won a 10-round unanimous decision. See, back in these days, you weighed in at the fight, so it was a little bit weird to me. Like, Hank weighed in 140, and Ray weighed in 145 that day. But, it is what it is. But, after that fight, Henry Armstrong actually retired and then came back a year later. That's a fun fact, if you may have not knew about that. But yeah, I seen a little bit of this footage from this fight. It's like very little. Like if anybody that has any Sugar Ray Robinson footage, even though there's none that exists when he's like in his 20s, early 20s anyway. That was when he was in his early 20s. That footage is so distorted. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh man, it's so criminal, man, that damn, we couldn't get at least 1 or 2 fights, man. Can't help when you was born, man. Can't help when you was born. The footage and all of that was not where it was at now, you know. Technology, definitely. But that's a great fight that I'm grateful for. Those was 2 great black fighters of their time and era and generation. And I'm grateful for that. Mark Blake said, all good here. Hope you are well as well. Yeah. Salute. So that's definitely a fight that I'm personally grateful for. I think that, you know what I mean, that was a great fight. Homicide Hank versus Sugar Ray Robinson, man. In the words of my New York brother, he always used to say, plan your work, work your plan. Now, for my second, this one may surprise a lot of people. It's another oldie but goodie. This was Max Barer versus James Burdock. This fight took place 1935. July 13th. The referee was Johnny McCurry. Judge was George Kelly. Judge was Charlie Lynch. James J. Burdock, man. If y'all don't know that story about Cinderella Man, please, I encourage you to go watch that movie starring Russell Crowe. I grew up off of Russell Crowe. I always loved Gladiator as a little kid. So, the crowd was 29,366 people. The gate made $200,366.97 exactly. That's crazy. I don't care what nobody says. That was good bread. That was a depression. That's crazy. That's, yo. Some boxers nowadays never even see that. That's kind of crazy, though. 1935? And I'm going to tell you, I can't even lie. James J. Burdock had it hard. I want to salute my brother Kurt Anderson, too, because he's the one that actually put me on with James J. Burdock. I remember one day we were talking about boxing movies, and I always remembered it, and I seen it when I was a kid, but I rewatched it recently because, you know, I'm older or whatever, so... I really resonated with it, man. Yo, he had a rough life. Man, in that depression, it was real. People gave up on him. I remember one particular part in the story. He had 2 boys and 1 baby girl. You know, he had 3 kids. And I remember... I guess the daughter, I want to assume the reason why they did this was because the daughter maybe waste food and stuff like that, but they didn't have too much food to go around in the house that particular night. And the baby, the daughter, said, "Mommy, I want some more ham." They like split the ham or whatever, but her mom told her to eat James was just looking. The mom told her, "No, baby, you just got to eat that. The boys got to get more, you know." Because you know how boys are. They really, 9 times out of 10, they going to really eat. You know, so, I guess they gave the bigger pieces to the 2 boys. And, he just couldn't take it no more, man. He wanted to fight again, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. That movie will make you cry. I don't care, man. That movie was that movie was real, man. He definitely had a great story. But another thing I want to point out, and I gotta shout out my Uncle Knuckles on this one, cause he actually had to correct me. I always thought Max Bearer killed 2 guys in the ring. That's not true. That's not true. Bearer was said to have killed 2 men in the ring, but he was involved in the tragic death of Frankie Campbell. They said he killed Ernie Scarf, but later Ernie Scarf fought Primo Carnera and died from injuries after that fight. So the second fighter, Ernie Scarf, that's how you pronounce it. That wasn't true because he fought after. So he only killed 1 man in the ring. Not saying that, I don't ever want to see any fighter die in the ring. I box, anything can happen. Like, real talk. And I'm being dead serious. Like, but, you know what I mean? When you say that you killed 2 men in the ring, that's a little bit different. You know what I mean? I always was the type of person that was raised anything is possible once but twice. You know what I mean? So I don't believe, I gotta go with the sources and shout out to the sources. I don't think that he killed them. They say he knocked him out though. They said Max Bear definitely knocked him out though. He definitely I guess it was one of them fights. Kind of like, you see how Leo Santa Cruz kind of got knocked out by Tank and he was out? Or not even. That's actually a bad example because Leo got back up eventually. So I can't even say that. And I got to salute him for that. I'm going to use Dejan Lartichanin, the one that Mikey Garcia fought when he came back from that whole settlement with Top Rank and stuff like that. I'm going to say that, you know what I mean, they had to give him air. He was still on the stretcher. So it must have been one of those type of knockouts, I'm assuming. Of course, we don't got the footage to where people might have thought he died. People ain't wrong for that. If you're at the fight and you're there, especially the people ringside, I wouldn't blame them if they assumed that he died. He probably was unresponsive. Max Bear was a hard puncher. That's why that was a really big upset, and that was a great win. I think, what's the name? Max Bearer made $169,000, and James J. Burdock made somewhere between like $88,000. That's not bad. In the Depression in 1935, that shit is good now. In the pandemic. That's why I'm thinking. That's why when I'm reading this, I'm like, yo, that's kind of crazy. I guess y'all gotta go on y'all computers and calculate that and see how much that added up to in 1935 exactly. And then y'all, you know what I mean, message me and comment me in the comment section here, you know what I mean, or something, and then y'all get back to me. But I'm saying that's not even really bad now. Some boxers ain't getting that now. And they brought people in there. That was a good fight though. And it was a good upset. He won 15-round unanimous decision. Of course, I had to put this one in my top. We gonna fast forward a little bit. You know what I mean? We running through time right now, like the Flash. George Foreman versus Muhammad Ali, October 30th, 1974. Man, you know what I mean? Man, I wish I could have been there for that. Man, I wish, you know what I mean? They gotta hurry up and invent a time machine, so I could travel with my boo. You know what I mean? We go see all this craziness. But anyway, George Foreman versus Muhammad Ali. You know, Muhammad Ali is one of my favorite fighters ever. I just love, you know what I mean? You know, he's everybody's. The judges were, the ref was Zach Clayton. The judge was James Taylor, Nore Adela, and the crowd had 60,000. And of course, I know Mabutu Jose Canseco paid George Foreman and Ali both $5 million apiece, I believe, for that fight. So yeah, I don't really gotta, the gate and all of that. Don't really matter. Of course, Muhammad Ali knocked him out 8th round. Oh, I love the build up to this was crazy. I believe this wasn't even the original date. See, I know everybody eating and joint right now. I wish one of the historians or Lawrence Williams or somebody was in there so they could have told me like when the original date was supposed to be. Because I remember George Foreman got cut in sparring. And they pushed the date back. That's why it ended up being in October. I don't remember what the original date was, though. Said I'm going to float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. You know what I'm saying? And the WBA and WBC belt was on the line. So I believe that was an undisputed matchup at the time also. So what a great way for Ali to catapult his career back into the second stage of his career. I think that was really dope if we really look at that in retrospect. Because I know everybody had him beating Smoking Joe in the first fight, but that's not how it happened. Ali did get knocked down late, and I do always say that. I hate to admit that. And even though I still always, try to defend Ali, I gotta admit that. I gotta be a man of my word. I always do say, do not, if you're gonna get knocked down in the fight and your mommy and daddy ain't bless you with that chin or you ain't in shape, because part of taking the punch is being in shape too. I would say that you just gotta have that fortitude, and he had that. He had that. I just got to give it to Ali, He found a way. It was a great way to catapult his career back after that loss to Smoking Joe. Like I said, I'm a man of my word. You can't get knocked down late in the fight. I don't believe in you getting knocked down at all. But if you get knocked down late in the fight, of course, unless you really dominated mostly every round, it's kind of hard in the back and forth. So, I still thought Ali kind of may have won. I had him winning like a lot of rounds. I got to score it. I never scored that fight. I always watch it, but I never score it. I would have to go back to that. So that's my number 3 fight that I'm very thankful for. 2 black fighters in their prime. Second part of Ali's career on the comeback after the whole Vietnam thing. I loved it. A lot of people's going to be surprised with my number 4. A lot of people's going to be surprised with my number 4. My number 4 is Julio Cesar Chavez versus Frankie Randall. Believe it or not. Julio Cesar Chavez versus Frankie Randall. Ref was Reese Steels. Referee Chuck Gampa. Abraham Chavala. Angel Luis Gomez. And the crowd had 12,500 people. This was a great fight, man. It was funny because I remember watching this fight when I was little, and my brother Jose and Jeffrey, this fight took place January 29th, 1994. I remember Freddie Pacheco, one of the commentators, I believe, I don't know who it was. I forgot who else was the commentator. I know it was Freddie Pacheco and Bobby Chaz and who else was it? Was it Tompkins? But he asked Freddie Pacheco if Freddie Pacheco thought that Frankie Randall hit harder than Pernell Whitaker. And honestly, he didn't answer that too correctly, in my opinion. He was saying like he felt like Pernell hit harder. This is that in the third, and then he went and asked Bobby Chaz. Bobby Chaz says, I think that Frankie Randall has a bit more pop. You know what I mean? This is that in the third. Now you got to remember, Bobby Chaz was an actual boxer. He may have not been shit, but he still had lenses. And I honestly thought he was a pretty good commentator. You know what I mean? Bobby Chaz actually could tell automatically, you know what I mean? That's the difference between somebody that's like a fight doctor and that's involved in the sport and that's also a fan, opposed to somebody that's really been in there. Because he was able to tell, go back and watch that fight, he was able to tell that he hit harder than Pernell. He wasn't just being a gas station attendant for Pernell, because Pernell was more declarated than Frankie Randall. And Frankie Randall ended up flooring him the 11th round. One of the judges had that shit 7-11 that round. And that's why Bobby Chaz followed up when he got knocked down. That's what I was saying. I told you he had a more pop than Pernell Whitaker. This is that in the third. And he definitely did, because he had enough to sit him on his button. But it still was a really good fight. And that's a fight that I'm grateful for as a kid that I actually remember with family. And that's, you know what I mean, I'm very grateful, you know what I mean, for remembering that fight. And then my fifth fight that I'm grateful for. I'm kind of grateful for the fact that Teofimo beat Lomachenko. Even though I'm not necessarily happy with Teofimo, I don't really even talk about him as much no more. You know what I mean? I still try to separate personal from the ring always. You know, not that Lomachenko is a bad person. I actually like Lomachenko as a person. It's just when it came to boxing, you know what I mean, and you know what I mean, they just was pumping him up as crazy, and he didn't mind the glitz and glam and himself being glorified and stuff like that, which anybody that was in that situation would want that. I'm not knocking him for that. It was just, you know what I mean, when they was bringing up things like he was better than Muhammad Ali and things like that. To me, I took that very offensive. You know what I mean? Don't even bring Ali in this era. We talking about a man that fought 15 rounds. I don't even feel like, I feel like you gotta, look, man, you gotta divide this thing up into sections, man. You gotta divide this thing up in the sections. You can't compare like these 3 division world champions with those 3 division world champions, and it was very minimal belts back in those days. So I don't feel as though you could compare that. And like I said, I'm still not taking away from Lomachenko because he still was a really good amateur and things like that. But I feel as though you can't really compare him to like a Muhammad Ali. And then it kind of showed because you lost to Teofimo. And I feel as though even though I had Teofimo winning, you know what I'm saying, I felt like it was a winnable fight for Lomachenko. He just had to punch and engage more. And I don't want you to talk about injuries because that man had injuries also. And he didn't even complain about them. He showed you after the fight. If you are going to complain about an injury, do it after the fight. Be a man about it. Do it after the fight. You know, so I actually was really grateful for that fight. I was really grateful that Teofimo won. I was. You know what I mean? It calmed down the myth and the legend of Lomachenko. He's still on the pound for pound list, but I feel like number 1 is Bud, and I'm okay with that. I feel like now the circle is now complete, like Darth Vader said. You know? So I'm all right with that. I'm definitely not mad at that. I could live with that. But when they kept saying like Lomachenko over Bud Crawford, I didn't agree with that. And I don't even have Bud winning in the Earl fight if they fight, but he did show me some things in that last fight. Since I'm done with my top five, I don't even think I talked about that. About how, yeah, I didn't talk about Kell Brook and Terrence Crawford. That, it was a good fight. I gotta admit, he looked it really impressive. He looked it really impressive. La la D, hey. And then she saluted Mark Blake. Salute La La D. Yeah, I know you just got in here. We was just talking about fights. I was just talking about fights that I was grateful for, from past to present. So that's basically what I was doing. I was talking about that. I know you cooking and all that. But yeah, Terrence Crawford did impress me though. I, I can't lie to y'all. Terrence Crawford definitely did impress me. Got him out in the fourth round. But and you want to know something? That right jab, right, that he hit him with, right? It kind of messed me up because I didn't see it coming my damn self. He kind of hit him right in the bottom of his eye. If you slow down the footage, he hit him and it like seemed like it impaired his vision to where he stumbled back. You ever hit a person? Well, well, of course I box, so of course I hit him, and they just like blink their eyes and like stumble back, and he had surgery on both his eyes. So I thought that was very clever of Terrence Crawford. I don't think a lot of people seen what I saw. I seen exactly what he did. I didn't see the punch, but I seen what he did, and I understood why and how it affected Kell Brook. And if you even pay attention, Kell Brook was kind of blinking, and then even how he finished him off when he got like back up, you know what I mean? How he was looping the punches and threw some straight. He kind of like was throwing it in a way because he just kind of like impaired his vision because he hit him with that right jab in the eye to where he couldn't see all the punches because, maybe his eye wasn't like how it was in, the other fights, but like he still was like kind of pulling at it, I seen. She said, yeah, started cooking, stemming. She said, yeah, started cooking, steaming shrimp and lobster for my angel hair pasta side dish. Oh, okay. Oh, you almost rhymed with that. Okay. Okay, Lala. Throwing it down. Yeah, so, but still in all, I do gotta say this, and this is not hate. This is not hate. Yeah, he knocked him out and knocked him down, all of that. But Earl knocked him down and stopped him and broke his eye socket though. So you break an eye socket and then you just drop and stop this dude. So I don't know. It's like who would you rather be? It's like one of those type of things. I guess I'm trying to ask y'all, the viewers. You know what I mean? Who would y'all rather be? Would y'all have just stopped them in what was that, the fourth round? Damn, that shit was quick, man. And let me tell you something. Terrence Crawford got painted though. Kell Brook looked like he was figuring something out. Kell Brook looked like he was figuring something out. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I can't even cap. I ain't see Bud. I never seen Bud like that. Like he had a little scrape. He was looking like Willie Lump Lump for a second. But I gotta give it to Bud though. You definitely, I gotta give it to you. Fourth round knockout. Earl got him out of there 11th, but broke his eye socket though. So who really hit harder? Or y'all gonna tell me, oh, it's metal in there now. It ain't gonna break now. He got antimantium under there, act. Well, but like I said, I hope that the fight could get made. I think after the Danny Garcia fight, I say why not? I say after the Danny Garcia fight, Earl, why not? Unless Pacquiao trying to play ball, and which I don't think. I don't think Pacquiao. I think Pacquiao want Earl and Bud to fight, and then he fight the winner of that. Honestly, if he do fight any one of them, and I see him fighting more Bud, and I could see Pacquiao wanting to take that money in the Middle East and taking that fight over there because the Middle East, yo, they be having that bread out there, for real. Like they gonna really drop some dollars on you, and they gonna put money into that fight. I mean, it's a little bit uncomfortable traveling and stuff, but once you get settled there for a couple of days, you be alright. I think they should make that fight. I heard that they was gonna make that fight before the pandemic happened. I don't know, man. I just want to see Pacquiao back in the mix, man. You know what I mean? The only reason why I feel as though Pacquiao is even mentioned or talking about or is even a concern is because he has a title. As long as you got a title, you a target. You the hunted. As long as, unless it's the regular WBA, which is a cuss word on my channel, I shouldn't be saying it, or the IBO. I don't give a damn what nobody says. I'm old fashioned. Just let it be the four belts. The Super WBA, just make the Super WBA the main belt. Get rid of the old original WBA belt. Just scratch that. The WBO, that's a nice belt. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It been around for a while. It's respectable. It been around before some of us was born. So, you know what I mean? The IBF, all of that, they all crooked, I understand. But I'm one of them type of people that just goes by that. I don't go by all of this franchise stuff that Teofimo was talking about. All of this franchise stuff. The regular belts, that's fine. And it should just be like that. All this confusion. I'm not even one of them people that's campaigning for the PBC belt, honestly. I'm not really jacking that. Just let it be the four belts, man. Get rid of all them other joints. You could keep like the intern belts and all of that for the people that's trying to become mandatories and stuff like that. But stop saying they champions, like, or something, or either change the name to people that got the full titles, like the WBC, the Super WBA, the IBF, and the WBO. Call them grand champions then. You know what I mean? You know how they got mutants and Omega level mutants and shit like that? Yeah, so let's differentiate something. You know, I just feel like not all of these new, nah, man. Just keep it to 4 and just keep things rolling like that. You could get more than enough money and them interns belts and making these dudes number 1 and number 2s and then eventually fighting for the belts. You can make your money like that, and the real and then the full champs. Like all this other stuff is ridiculous. He said, "Ack." Oh, hold on. Let me go to Mark Blake. Mark Blake said, "Ack, what do you think about the new WBC almost a heavyweight title?" I don't like that. I don't like that. I actually, Mark, you know, I gotta bang the gavel on the WBC on that. Gotta bang the gavel on that. I'm not. No, no. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling that. It's too much confusion. It's too much confusion. It's too much confusion. From you just heard my top 5 pound for pound list. And I went back all the way to the 30s and 40s of fights that I'm grateful for. So you think that I'm going to want even more belts? It was already bad enough when they made 4. I don't recognize. I respect what Teofimo Doug did with Lomachenko, but I don't recognize him as a WBC champion. He could say Devin Haney is the email champion all he wants. The fact of the matter is he has the full title. If you go on the website, his picture is there as the full champion. Point blank, period. You could like it, get mad, get sad, get glad. He had the same type of situation as Jamal Charlo, where he wanted to fight his mandatory. I'm not going to knock Devin Haney. Even if Devin Haney wouldn't have knocked Lomachenko out and he would have just boxed circles around him, it don't matter. He wanted that fight. And I know he did. Everybody sitting here saying he didn't fight this person and he fought an old Gamboa and it was a stinker. But I'm still not going to take that away from him. He dominated. He dominated. He would have did the same thing to Lomachenko. I don't like it either. Yeah, Mark Blake, I'm old-fashioned, man, when it come to that. I'm real old-fashioned when it come to that. I'm fine with the 4 belts. It was bad enough when it even got to the 4 belts, but you know what I mean? I'm from like that era. You know, I'm not like you know, one of the old dudes, you know, from back in the Gap, you know, that probably knew only the 3 belts and stuff like that. I came in the 4 belts, and you know, that's my era, that's my generation, and I believe if you can and you can maintain the weight, if you a champion, try to unify. You know, as long as it, because I do understand some dudes that just want to snag the belt because they really can't make the weight and they, you know what I mean, just want to, you know, accomplish something and get their feet in the door. Because sometimes if you don't get your feet in the door at all, it'd be hard to establish fights even when you just move up and you wasn't a champion before that weight class. So I can understand that. And some dudes, they don't tell you, but they really be killing themselves to even stay there and, you know, even for the championship fight. So I just think it depends on the person, basically, and they body. Because you see Tank is moving up and down. So, you know, kind of remind me of Sugar Ray Leonard in the 80s. Moving up and down and all of that. And I seen that Terrence Crawford's mans also was trying to say that he heard that they were saying that Adrian Broner had ducked Bud. I think that would be a good fight. See, I don't care about the gossip part about it. I just care about the fight. I think that would be a good fight. I would like to see Bud against Broner. I would actually try to go to that fight if they had an audience. For real. I know the build up for that, he gonna bring the craziness out of Bud. Or I don't know, maybe Broner might take a different approach. You know, you never know what you're gonna get with AB. I definitely think that would be a dope fight. Is Adrian Broner really fighting though? I heard he's coming back. In January maybe. What y'all think about that? AB back in the ring. Well, he gonna have to because he gotta pay off. You know, he got to take care of that situation. That's all I'm gonna say. He got to take care of that situation. So, um, shout out to AB. You know, I hope the best for him. I can't wait to see him back in the ring because I feel like boxing. It ain't been boring, but you know, it could be you know, I understand it's a pandemic, so we can only do so much. I'm looking forward to this weekend too. We got Daniel Dubois versus Joe Joyce. I can't wait for that one, man. That's a really good fight, man. I can't cap, y'all. That's a really good fight. That's a really good fight. I'm thinking too that it's gonna be more competitive than I think it's gonna be. I think if Dubois stop Joyce, it's gonna be real late. Mark Blake said AB says he is broke. He posted a video on Instagram saying how broke he was. He second career come and said he wants to fight in Feb. Okay, so in February. Okay, I knew it was somewhere like that early in the year. Knew it was something like that. But definitely hope that I think he'll be good. You know what I mean? As long as he's fighting again, I'm not worried about AB. He'll be back. You know what I mean? He never really shies away from a fight or anything like that. So if as long as it's signed, sealed, and delivered, and he's definitely gonna do a great build up. I'm expecting whoever he fight, it's gonna be an entertaining build up. I expect him to curse everybody out that's in attendance, that's a commentator or something like that. Besides Brian Custer, only because Brian Custer from Ohio. I feel like that's why. But everybody else, the commentators, they gotta look out because AB come for everybody. AB's on some talk to me nice. Lala D said, I don't think AB would ever duck Bud. AB doesn't want to get hurt / dropped again, and he still for a puncher like Pac, so he doesn't duck. He'll just be gun shy. Why you say he don't want to get hurt / dropped? Why you right? Lala, that's messed up, man. Why you said he don't want to get? You think Bud? Hold up. You think Bud will? I wish Junior was here, yo. Junior would have cussed you out for. Junior would have cussed you out for that. him and Ohio runs boxing, they would have cussed you out for that. She said, "No, you missed the point with us." No, you said I don't think AB will ever duck Bud. AB doesn't want to get hurt / dropped again. I know I wasn't thinking about anything else. You said it's this part right here though. That's why I was laughing. Cause you said AB doesn't want to get hurt / dropped again. And then you said, and he still fought a puncher like Pac, so he doesn't duck. He'll just be gun shy. So when you say in the Pac fight too, but I also was thinking about the Marcos Maidana fight too when he got hurt / dropped. She said my point in saying is that it because after Madonna, AB doesn't let us in. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, and that's crazy. That's what I just brought up as your comment came into. Said AB is in poor shape. He needs to get that weight off. Yeah, he did look kind of big. But you know how he is, man. He get locked in and take it off. Tank do the same thing. Tank do the same thing. They just cut it all off. They just, cut it all off in the gym. But that would be a good fight though. Like I said, I would like to see that fight. I think that's a good fight. Oh yeah, somebody told me Triple G got a fight coming up. Not that anybody cares. I don't even remember who he's fighting. It's horrible. It's horrible, man. It's horrible. It's horrible how he get to move with that belt, man. Like I wonder if he'll ever let his nuts drag, excuse my language, and fight Jamal Charlo. Or even Andre. I believe Andre is moving up. I don't know. He hasn't really done any interviews. If anybody got any recent interviews on him, please send them to me. Because I would like to hear what the brother Andre had to say. Lawrence Williams, my brother. Happy Turkey Day, my brother. I was thinking about you earlier in the show. You would have when you go back and rewatch the show. I want you to leave a comment if you can. I want to know what you think because I know that you, even though you more of a present day guy like myself with the boxing, I know you could go back. I want to see what you thought about, my top 5 fights that I was thankful for. You know what I mean? I did that earlier in the show. I'm getting towards the end. I'm about to let y'all get back to y'all peoples and grabbing y'all plates from y'all family and stuff like that, and giving plates to y'all co-workers and stuff like that. And he said, "What's good?" Hold on. Let me get in there. My fault, Lawrence. He said, Lawrence Williams said, Andre fighting his WBO mandatory Liam Williams in February in Providence. Oh, word? I might go. They gonna have a crowd? Lawrence? Let me know if they gonna have a crowd. Because that Liam Williams dude, I think that's gonna be a competitive fight. Yeah, man. Yeah, that should be all right fight, and that's what's up. He gonna have his fight. He gonna have a hometown fight. That's what's up. Another hometown fight for him. My boy Super Ugly went to the last one with Matt Selecki. He got me that footage. I uploaded it on YouTube. Yeah, man. Daniel Dubois fighting. I didn't like what 503 told me about Roy Jones and the Mike Tyson fight, man. That's horrible. They said if a cut happens, the fight stops. I already knew about the 12-ounce gloves. I knew them not really going for the knockout. Uh, but I feel like Mike Tyson's an aggressive counterpuncher. What if he ends up, you know what I mean? Or even let's say Mike Tyson somehow gets tired and then Roy Jones starts clipping him and he go down or something. Then y'all gonna stop it? I think yeah. If somebody go down or something and they get back up like bad, I think that they just gonna stop it. I gotta bang the gavel on that. That's horrible. And y'all want people to pay for that? That should definitely be free. That should definitely be free. That should definitely be free. If any fight was free. 12-ounce gloves, cut, it stops. I bet you if one of them get knocked down, man, listen. I will be pirating that. If y'all need anything when it comes to that, y'all holla at me. I believe my email is in this somewhere. Mark Blake said at Lawrence Williams, sounds like a pretty good fight. Williams is on a winning streak. That's a fact. Looks like he might put up a good fight. I think so too. Also, before I go, how could I forget? I want y'all to understand what is going down. Let me see if I could pull it up for y'all. Damn, no, I can't. Alright, but anyway, I'm gonna just say it then. We are hosting, me and my brother Oddfella, on his channel, December the 12th. Oh, hold on. La D says something. Hold on. She said, I got Andre in that fight. I mean, I do too. Of course. I think it's not going to be like we all think it's going to be competitive. I actually hope it's competitive so that Andre, you know what I mean, don't feel like, he wasted his time and it was quick or whatever. But shoot, I could see Andre stopping him. Mark Blake said, I got Andre too. He's a slick fighter. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. Like I was saying, December the 12th. Y'all don't want to miss it. It's going. If you haven't subbed to my brother the Oddfellas channel, please do. Killer King Furious versus Monty the God. Saturday, December 7th, Eastern Standard Time. It's going down. The Chamber of Truth. It's going to be a great rap battle. Now, it's going to be particular rules. So, in the first round, the brothers are going to be just freestyling, so y'all could get a feel for them. The second round will be a topic that they're going to have to be able to spit and, and talk about in the rap. The third round is just going to be a head-to-head. They're going to just be going at each other. I can't wait for this, man. December 12th, man. Make sure y'all come. Right after the Anthony Joshua fight and Pulev fight, we going to be ripped and ready to go. Please, all of y'all come through. Y'all got to support this. This is the last thing that I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to let y'all get back to Thanksgiving, and I'm going to get back to my life, and you know what I mean? I'm probably just going to train. I don't think my coach going to open up the gym. I'm pretty sure he going, nah. I ain't even going to call him. I'm going to let him, his wife will kill him. They've been together since they was in 3rd grade. 3 rounds, 3 judges, the Chamber of Truth. Yeah, so I'm a judge, Oddfellas a judge, and guess what? You all the viewers, that's gonna be in the chat. Yeah, that's you, La La D. Yeah, that's you, Lawrence Williams, Mark Wunderlich, all the other people that come through that we normally see. I hope I don't mean to miss anybody, but everybody that usually comes through, if you're particularly in that live stream, you guys will be a judge. You guys will also have an input on who wins the round. I think that was probably one of the best ideas of the show. Have 2 regular judges and then, make the audience the 3rd judge. So y'all also too get to say so. Through y'all comments is going to be how we judge it. Y'all probably would be like, oh, maybe that round I actually felt like, Monty took it, or Killer King Furious took it, or whatever. Just get ready, because we're going to definitely ask you, who you guys felt won after we're done with our opinions. Renee Baksham, Big Ack Attack. Said Big Ack on the attack. What's good, Renee? You too, man. Make sure you come through too. December 12th, man. It's going down. Chamber of Truth. Oddfella and Act. You know what I mean? Monty Brown versus Killer King. Oh, sorry. Wait. Odd. Hold on, Odd. Come back. Come back in the chat, champ. Come back in the chat. Monty's the A-side, champ. Monty's the A-side, champ. I gotta bang the gavel. You're about to make me bang the gavel. It's Monty the God versus Killer King Furious. Monty the A-side, champ. We gotta change that banner, champ. You did good on the poster. You put Monty first. But yeah, it's definitely going down. Our fella laughing. He said, but yeah, it's definitely going down, y'all. December the 12th. I can't wait. Monty the God. Against Killer King Furious. Killer King Furious got some skills. He got some skills, y'all. You should drop a link in there, man, so the people could get a little sample of them, man. Should definitely drop that in the chat for the people if you want to, so they see where Killer King Furious is coming from. And La La D said, "I'll be there." I think it's gonna be a really good battle, man. And I gotta ask you another thing, Odd. Are we gonna do a face off before this battle? Are the people gonna get a face off before this battle? He said, Odd? Stills, you gotta answer me that, man. Brother Jay Stills, please. Are we getting the face off? Somebody asked me that. I swear they was asking me that. They said, are we getting the face off with this battle? Is there somehow, some way that we can have a face off before this battle? They said that's all they want for Christmas. They just want the face off. That's all they want for Christmas. Oh, you want to call it the weigh-in? I wanted to do a weigh-in. I mean, that'd be different because, but what do you mean? So that mean, a weigh-in as far as, like, is that like a tail of the tape type of thing? Approach you trying to take with it? Or are they both going to be able to be live and present? Are they going to be able to talk to each other and tell each other? I don't know, man. I'm all for the face-off, man. Come on, man. I think we got to get people a face-off. We could call it the weigh-in, damn it. We got to get the people a face-off before the battle. More promotion, man. He said December 12th act. Yeah, Renee Box Young, December 12th, Eastern Standard Time. He said, Renee said, okay, cool. He said, it's a rap battle, right? Yeah. Okay, so this is how it goes, Renee. So there's 3 judges. Me, Oddfella, and y'all, the audience that's in the chat. Like how y'all are now. It's going to be 3 rounds. The first round is a freestyle. They're not necessarily rapping at each other. They just going in the first round. The second round, there's going to be a topic involved. And then the third round is a head-to-head. They just go at each other. So, yeah. That's going to be our first ever rap battle session in the Chamber of Truth. He said a digital face-to-face, the weigh-in. Okay, cool. I was making sure. Yeah. We gotta put that one together, man. Yeah, we gotta figure out how we could get that. Maybe. Yeah, we gotta figure that out. Yeah, we gotta figure that out. We gotta see. Yeah, we gotta see if He said, "Oh, awesome, man! 3-minute rounds." I don't really know. I didn't really discuss that with Odd. That's a good point. I gotta talk to Monty about that. You should talk to your dude about that. Dude, like, is there a time limit thing? That was a good point, because a lot of in the real battle rap world, they really care about that. Well, this is real battle rap. Let me stop acting like that. But I'm just saying, like the time and stuff like that. Oh, okay. I knew you, and I. That's why I brought you up. He said originally Ali and Foreman date was scheduled, so you went back. Oh, you went back in the beginning to see my top. Okay, yeah, it was. I knew it. I remember the date got changed. I remember the date got changed. The Ali Foreman fight. I know my history. They be trying to play me. Be like, Ack, you punchy, man. Stop sparring them heavyweights. But yeah, man, it's going down. It's going down. Yeah, we got a couple things to talk about. I might have to call you up, Steels. We got a couple of things we got to discuss because that was a good point that Renee brought up, the time limit thing. I didn't even think about that, and that is kind of important. Like, is we gotta chop it up on that, and then we also got to chop it up about the weigh-in. So yeah. This gonna be dope, man. This gonna be dope. So you're gonna have to make a separate flyer for the weigh-in, Steels. But before you do that, I wanna give you a little bit input of how you should do the weigh-in flyer though. You know what I mean? I kind of want to give you a little input on that. So yeah, y'all look out for that. I'm getting ready to get off this and start my day up. I hope y'all all. Yeah, I'm gonna hit you up at some point. Just look out for a call. So yeah, man. I want to wish all of y'all a happy Turkey Day. I hope that y'all enjoy it, like I said, with y'all significant others or somebody special and family or however, or if it's everybody together, you know. Yeah, and that's all, man. Salute. Thank everybody that came through, that could come through. I know it wasn't particularly a good time, but honestly, really, especially black folks, y'all don't start eating till like 5, 6 o'clock. And in the house I grew up in, we didn't start eating until about 9, 8 o'clock. I always thought dinner was at 8, 9 o'clock until I got grown and got around other people and they eating food at 5, 6 o'clock. I'm like, damn, that's dinner time for normal people, for real. But anyway, it's your boy Ack Reacher. I never steer you wrong. I'm out.